mouth.
Right here. Let's go.
This is Share Funny from the Ace and TJ Show Plus.
Hello. Share Funny, sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration. You need some heavy duty cleaning up, like after a fire, or you got mold or any of that kind of stuff, floods, then you need Paul Davis. Go to acetj.com/Paul Davis. Paul love it. Paul love it. Any of that kind of stuff. Floods. What is that? Then you need Paul Davis. Go to acetj.com.
Oh, we're hearing ourselves back
/Paul
again.
Davis. Paul love it. Paul.
Sorry, that was me. I was turning on to see if it was on YouTube, and it was us playing.
Oh.
And I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. It was my stupid ass. Sorry.
Yeah, we're on the YouTube live. Are we on the Facebook and all that too, or just the YouTube? Both. All right. So
both of them.
Yeah. So two visual circuses going on at the same time. Yeah. We've told you many times that it doesn't matter what we talk about or what comment we make, it's always going to be taken and by some people or one person and made into something that is such a wah, ruin the fun kind of thing. We went into the regular old show just a minute ago, and we were talking about this lady that Alexis saw with a cat in one of those slings that liberal women put their babies in.
True.
It goes around it's I think that was created in India. Not that all women in India are liberals, but the American women who do it are all liberals. So, fine. But she had a cat in it. And I'm trying to figure out why anybody would have to take a cat outside. Cats don't like, being on leashes and carried around in little baby holders and things like that. You don't have to. It's part of the joy of having a cat. They're more low maintenance when it comes to stuff like that. And I said, well, if she falls when she's roller skating and has that baby in that sling, she smushes the cat. And then Alexis was talking about how she carries her cat around in some kind of a silly contraption over her frontal area. So then we get this message. Some paralyzed cats are taken in strollers and slings outside. That's their only chance to get outside safely. Wah, wah. Obviously.
What are the odds?
I'm not talking about the most popular kind of cat by far, which is the paralyzed one. They're everywhere.
A lot of them.
Yeah. It's what most people have.
Oh, yeah. Your cat's not paralyzed? Weird.
We're not laughing about paralyzed cats. We're laughing that would be the thing that she took out of that conversation. Was that, what about paralyzed cats?
It's a good punk rock band name.
Paralyzed cats?
Paralyzed cats.
It's not bad.
Yeah, no. We get that, yeah. It's a bit of a downer.
Y'all didn't think about that, did you?
Nope.
No, we didn't, sir, ma'am. Whatever.
Paralyzed cats. Oof. I need an apology.
I've never seen a paralyzed cat before.
Yeah, the two back legs so that he would just drag himself. I know. But he was a happy cat.
Was he?
He looked happy, I don't know.
Yeah. How do you know that cats are happy?
Khaleesi wags her tail.
Okay, so that's a sign of cats being happy.
Or they purr.
The purr is.
Yeah,
I
the
thought
purr.
that was just they were relaxed.
They're happy.
You know what country people in Louisiana call that when the cat's purring?
What?
His motor's running.
His motor's
his
running.
motor's running.
Oh, listen to that.
I love it. It makes
Do people in Louisiana have cats?
Yeah,
They do.
outside.
Yeah. Outside cats.
mice hunters. Mm-hmm. Barn cats.
Yeah, some people have them inside. I think nobody that I would have ever associated with.
Damn swamp cat.
Yeah.
Got a damn swamp cat.
Wild cats.
Damn motor running.
And then also on the regular old show today, we asked the ladies what the craziest thing men have asked them to do, like the weirdest, the stupidest thing a man's ever requested. And Ace, you pick out some of the ones that came in after we got finished with that.
Oh God,
that were
yeah. Some of them. Okay, let me scroll back down to. I got to go back and find some of the stuff that they've asked. I wasn't prepared.
what about paralyzed cat?
Yeah,
That ain't funny. That's what we used to call that when people would say that ain't funny.
this lady said at the time I was recently divorced and had just started dating again. Met a guy through a mutual friend. On our first date, he told me he wanted to get married and pulled out blueprints for a house and asked me if I wanted to build a house with him immediately. I found out the next girl he went out with actually took him up on that, and he did marry her and move into a house together after their first date. I can't believe he asked me if he could date my younger niece after we broke up. She was 4 years younger than me. He was 6 years older than me, so it's a 10-year age difference there.
Ew.
Gross.
So weird.
I know. So gross. I had a guy I never met. While in a movie theater, he came and sat beside me and told me I had a beautiful neck, and he asked if he could bite and suck the blood from it.
Ew. He had a beautiful neck.
I mean, but that is the perfect pickup line, I think. I like your neck. I mean, he would just say, "Can I bite it?" It wouldn't have been quite as bad as "I cannot bite it and suck the blood from it." I mean, we are at a vampire movie.
Right. I'm a damn Dracula.
This lady said 19. I was 19 at the time. I was dating a guy, and we were great up until he asked if he could sleep with my mom.
Now, did he assume mom would say yes?
I guess so.
Okay.
That's all he had to do was get. Maybe he'd already asked the mom, and she said, "Well, if it's okay with her, I don't care." But I'm gonna look on her Facebook page here and see if she's got any pictures of her mom. See if her mama was hot.
This lady said, I used to be a late night bar crowd Uber driver. That meant a lot of drunken guys. Normally not a big deal for me. I can handle myself. But on this night, all my training went out the window because this was just unusual. Picked up the guy, started driving towards his home. 3 to 4 minutes in the drive, he asked my relationship status. When I tell him I'm single, he proceeds to ask me if he can take his pants off and enjoy himself in my car.
Okay. Do you mind?
What'd she say?
I think she said no.
You can't assume.
And then she said one other incident. This guy kept asking her if she wanted to go get ice cream as she was driving him home. What she realized was ice cream was his code word for sex. Yeah.
I wonder why how he would come up with that.
She
being
said
the code.
that trip ended up with me having to call the cops, and I no longer drive for Uber.
This lady said, I sell furniture and had a male customer ask me to take my shirt off and see how the recliner fabric felt on my skin.
Smooth. Hey, take your shirt off for me.
Yeah, what you ought to do is take that shirt off. See what that fabric feels like against your soft, supple skin.
That's a weird fetish thing. Women, topless women on recliners.
Yeah, that would look good.
Very specific.
Yeah, man.
Take your shirt.
Hell.
Yeah, sexandgliderrockers.com.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sir, this is a rooms to go. Take a hike.
This lady said,
Oh, lean on back. Oh, it'll go farther than that. Yeah. All right. Well, not too far now because you flatten out.
Yeah, right.
I mean, just a little bit. It's called a recliner. You just reclined. You're not laying down. Oh, there's a zero gravity mode. And it seems like now I got something that's floating up in the air.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
this lady said, I used to work at a sporting goods store. We sold handcuffs, like legitimate handcuffs for law enforcement officers. A man came in one day and bought some and kept asking me if I would help him figure out how to use them properly because he kept wanting to handcuff me to things in the store.
That's another one.
Like, hey, dude, you don't get to handcuff the help.
This.
Yeah.
You don't handcuff this.
I didn't know
That's
they-
something I never understand why people would want to be tied up and all of that.
Yeah.
I'm claustrophobic, and I was about to say it comes from when I was a kid, with the stuff my brother used to do to me. But I don't want it to sound like my brother used to tie me up and have sex with me.
It's gonna get weird.
I mean, that could really scar you. But
Yeah.
he would hold my, he would wrestle me down and hold my arms back over my head like this, put his knees on my arm so I couldn't move, and then act like he was going to spit in my face. And he would let it drip down and then suck it back up. What?
Ew.
And then do the
I used-
that whole laugh thing.
I used to tie my brother up to the chairs to put ice cubes down his shirt on purpose. It was so horrible.
When did he let you tie him up?
He was little. I had more control over him.
But how little? He must have been a baby.
He's 6 years younger than me, so
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So by the time he was 3, you couldn't do that no more.
Rob, please.
There always comes a day where that changes, doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he lost it on me one time when he was a teenager, and that's when I was like, oh, I can't mess with him no more.
Yep. Yep.
Well, I mean, y'all didn't have TV or anything to keep yourselves entertained. You had to do something. Wait, Jehovah's Witnesses can watch TV, right?
Yes, we can watch TV.
Okay.
Just
We're not
certain
weird.
channels.
What was the girl you dated,
Discretion.
TJ, that didn't have TV? They weren't
Pentecost.
Pentecost. Okay.
Yeah, United Pentecost.
And they couldn't watch TV?
Yeah.
Well, they can, I guess, but her parents were really strict and they didn't allow it. Because it was, I went to meet them on a Thursday night and I said, wait, I like to watch Cheers on Thursday nights. Do y'all watch Cheers? And they, well, we don't have a TV. Like, oh, okay. And what are you planning to be when you get out of college? An actor, comedian.
Wow.
So I'm going to be show folk.
They had a living room and no TV.
Yeah.
Yes, you'll never see me.
Right, and they weren't poor either. Like if they would have been poor, I would have understood that. But
That'd be so weird to go into somebody's like family living room, like, oh, you guys, there's no TV in here.
They sit and talk and read.
Whoa.
but on like
Play
really,
games.
really, really wealthy people, like on TV and in the movies and even on those housewives shows, I've seen it where they don't have a TV in the living room because that's not, the TV makes something where it's not as elegant. So remember on Will and Grace when they wanted to watch TV, they went over into that little sitting room off
Yeah.
to the side
Yeah.
and watched a tiny TV.
Yeah, growing up, my mom didn't have a TV in the living room. It was like not part of
It's a night.
her decoration
Right.
But when you were growing up or when she was growing
when
up?
we were growing up.
Okay, yeah, because she's in El Salvador. They weren't having TVs in El Salvador.
in
Y'all had,
rooms.
like in your house, TJ, y'all had a living room that didn't have a TV in it, and then you had a den that had the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
That's what it was in
TV
my
room.
house. Yeah.
And then my mom wanted the carport enclosed and made into a TV room.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking
Yeah.
about. That's the one when I went to your house the first time.
And it's one of those things where she had asked my dad over and over, like many, many times to do it for a long time. Kind of like when my brother wanted his basketball goal put up when he was 12 and it never got done. Yeah. So finally he did it. And they made it into a living room thing with, carpet and, nice furniture and all this stuff and TV. And then after she had that a couple of years, she decided she didn't like that her car was having to be parked outside. So they had to rip it all back out and turn it back into a carport.
No way.
Yeah.
Oops.
I would have left too. I gotta go.
There's one other hint. This lady said her ex-fiance, outrageous things guys have asked you to do. My ex-fiance recently asked me to tell his current girlfriend of 8 months good things about him after she found out that he had a kid that she knew nothing about. And so it was their kid. She had a kid with her ex-fiance. She said, hey, can you tell her good things? She didn't know that we had a kid together. So tell her some good things about me.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anytime you're asking the ex to tell the current good things about you, nothing positive has come
Not a
from
good
that.
sign.
That is never going to work out for you.
Tell her about that time I was late picking you up in the rain, but I did show up. Tell her about that. Don't lie to her. Tell her what the good stuff I really did. How I paid for your movie ticket that one time.
Right.
I was late, but I did show up.
This is This is the Ace and TJ Show. More Share Funny next.
Beverage technology started like many businesses of realizing a need that was within the industry, that we are able to offer the full gamut of what's going to be needed to kind of almost have that full turnkey package. We have a full service team that goes along with our quality equipment, from our engineers who start the project and help design the equipment into our sanitary welders. Deutsche Beverage Technology is able to offer you the full service package to not only improve but implement your possible new project coming up.
Josh's Farmers Market here in Mooresville, North Carolina, has been a part of our lives for many, many years, way before we started working with them on the TJ and Jody's podcast. We're about to try the Granny's Old-Fashioned Donuts.
How is that?
I'm actually weak in my knees.
They have mums!
They're really good people as well. It's a family-run operation, and they're good, honest, down-home people. I tell you, Ma, this is what we need right here.
I know.
We put this out on the front porch and just watch the cars go by and throw our hands up at them, even though we don't know who they are. We thank them so much for being part of TJ and Jody's house and the Ace and TJ 5G.
So we want to make the home buying process an enjoyable experience.
Curtis, myself, and our entire team are here to help connect you with the best builders and realtors in the area, so you can find the perfect home to make memories in.
Contact us when you're ready to see how we can help.
Hey, it's Ace and TJ. You're watching this. So are a lot of other people. So why not advertise?
Yeah, if you got a business that you want to advertise, it's very easy. Just send us an email at acetj.com, acetj@acetj.com. Or I guess you could text us if you wanted to let us know you wanted to advertise with oh, look at this. They're already coming in. It's blowing up. So get in line right now. Get your spot. If you've got a business you want to advertise, let us know and we can help you out. Hey, listen up, ladies. We've got the perfect gift you should give the important man in your life. It's called Manscaped, because it's not enough for your guys down there region to be smooth. He needs to achieve the smooth without nicks and cuts. So just go to manscaped.com, pick out any gift, use the code ACETJ, and get 20% off plus free shipping. He's going to appreciate it more than you can even imagine. Manscaped.com, use code ACETJ for 20% off and free shipping. Manscaped.com.
So, what is Ace and TJ Plus? It's the Ace and TJ Show, plus loads of extras, like the Share Funny podcast, recorded live weekdays between 9 and 10 Eastern, and available only on the Ace and TJ app. Now, back to Share Funny.
All right. Still to come on the Share Funny is it will be the 1-star script club reviews. Since today is Thursday, that's the day we have the 1-star strip club reviews.
Awesome.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, nothing else. Nothing else. Alexis was just doing some cheers for us because she was a cheerleader back in South Central Los Angeles. In what year would this have been?
2005. Yeah.
And it was a high school cheerleading deal, or you were a middle school cheerleader?
High school cheerleader. 2005. Ooh.
So that was when your mom had sent you to live with your dad, just like in the movie Boys in the Hood.
Is that really how that goes?
Yeah. Right. Because Cuba Gooding Jr. was living with his mom. And he wasn't acting right. He needed to be straightened out. He needed some man influence in his life. So she sent him to South Central L.A. to live with his dad. And a lot of people don't realize that Lawrence Fishburne is Cuba Gooding Jr.'s dad.
Really?
Yeah. Wasn't he the one that played in that
I think
movie?
so, yeah.
Was it Lawrence Fishburne? Yeah.
Did you introduce yourself right up?
Did I what?
Introduce yourself right up? They used to do that cheer. Introduce yourself right up, and then each cheerleader would introduce herself.
Yeah, it was kind of like
Alexis, and I am funky. And, whatever.
it was a variation of that.
Okay.
But yeah, it was interesting. I always wanted to be a cheerleader. I watched Bring It On, and I was like, I want to be a cheerleader so bad, and my mom wasn't going to allow me to do it. So when I moved to LA, my dad was like, I could do anything when I was living out there. So it was one of the first things I did, and I tried out for the cheer squad. But I was the only Hispanic girl in the cheer squad.
Right, and they called you white.
They called me white, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the
white cheerleader.
Hispanic girls thought I was turning my back on them by trying out for the cheer squad because there's no Hispanic. I'm like, okay, Aaron, I'll be the first one.
So becoming a cheerleader was turning your back on being Hispanic?
Yeah, because there were no Hispanic girls wanted to be a cheerleader.
I would see that as a positive.
That's what I said.
Breaking new ground for the Hispanic girls.
Exactly.
Didn't you have to whip somebody's ass because they were messing with you, picking on you about being the only white girl on the cheerleading?
Yeah, she already started. She started hating earlier, and then her friend wanted to date me, and I didn't want to date him, so she started calling me a bitch on in the hallways, and I let it go, and I wasn't gonna do anything. But then one day, this comes to my house, and she eggs my house. And in LA, all the houses, just like you see in the movies, they have like the screen door, and everybody leaves their the regular door open and the screen door closed, so you can look out.
Yeah.
And I hear a car coming up, and I see her get out the car, and she's throwing eggs at my house. And so I told my dad, I said, I'm getting into a fight tomorrow. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna kick her ass, and I'm probably gonna get suspended. But I'm letting you know right now, so I can't get in trouble.
Oh, and did you call him SA when you said
Yeah.
that? Man,
ASA.
Get in a fight, SA.
I'm gonna whoop some ass, SA.
And is that what happened?
Yeah, so the next day, so out there in LA at the time, handball was a huge thing. Like when you hit the ball against the wall, and they allowed the students to do graffiti on the walls because they were doing it anyway. So they were like, well, if we can at least give them a certain area, then we can control it. So someone had done her name up on the wall really nice. And I went to the store that day and I got black spray paint, and I went to school the next day and I crossed her name out with spray paint. And at the end of school, she comes up to me, and I see her coming up to me. I have my backpack, and I'm like walking, and she's like, I heard you cross my name out. Is that true? And I say, yeah, bitch, I crossed your name out. She's like, so you went with a spray can and you crossed my name out? I say, yes, I did that. And all of a sudden I just see her swing, and I don't really remember the rest, but I know that at some point a big security guy picked me off the ground, and I still had her hair in my hand, and I was like punch, and I wouldn't let go, and he like had to grab my hand to let go, so he like backs me up, and I went under him to like go back and grab her, and I got suspended for 2 weeks.
Now,
2 weeks.
When you told your dad that the night before, did he say, all right, well, if you're going to do this, make sure you do da-da-da-da-da, like to prepare you on how to fight?
No.
He just said, okay.
Yeah, I don't think he believed me because I had never been in a fight before.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. He I'm wondering if he would have said, all right, so I know you've never fought before, but what you need to do is just go crazy on her, grab her hair, and just start punching, and don't stop punching until you can't reach her anymore.
No.
Just go nuts.
Gave me no advice.
But basically, you were the victim of a drive-by.
I was.
A drive-by egging.
Yeah.
Did any of it go through the screen into your house?
No, but it was all over the walls.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so angry. I remember I was like boiling. So at that point, I had really bad anger issues. I had not gotten them under control. So.
What age did you get them under control?
I had to be after I turned 21.
When you started drinking openly. Do you remember your issues have gone now?
Do you remember enough to know, was there any particular good shot that you got in on her?
Oh, yeah. It's kind of gross, but at some point, I guess I had been scratching her, so I had her blood all over my hands, and her skin was scraped.
You drew blood.
Yeah, I went like a Tasmanian devil. Like, that's how I pictured I look like in my head.
And everybody figured, Alexis won that fight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, then after the suspension, both parents had to come back to school with us, and we all had to have a meeting. And she started telling people that she was pregnant, like lying, trying to get me in trouble. I was like, girl, you are not pregnant.
But she said you got her pregnant?
No.
That's dumb.
Yeah. But didn't she swing first?
Yeah, she swung first.
Well, then it was self-defense.
All bets off.
So y'all didn't become friends after that?
Hell no.
Oh.
She never messed with me again, though, I'll tell you that much. She did try to get me jumped one time. I was walking home from school, and there was this, like, girl gang that was, like, walking by, and they kept following me, and they were, like, making fun of me and saying things, but that was the only time.
Like what? What were they saying?
Just
like short jokes and stuff?
Yeah, short jokes.
Look at you, shorty.
Yeah.
Short little ass.
Little shrimp.
That's crazy.
Little cake topper.
But I enjoyed the fight. Let me tell you. That's when I was like, I don't need to be fighting. I liked it.
Did they record it and like put it up on YouTube or anything like what happens now?
I wish.
There probably wasn't a thing YouTube back then, was
2005? Yeah, I mean, it was probably on the cusp of like when people were recording fights and stuff.
But it was just like how you see on TV. Like there was a group of people around us, and everybody's like, I don't think it was cheering, but they were like screaming, and it was crazy.
Yeah, people just going crazy.
Yeah.
Any kind of schoolyard fight, people just go nuts. Mm-hmm.
But I whooped her ass. I whooped her ass.
So
Good for you.
So you're 1-0.
I'm 1-0. Someone better try me. Try me, ho.
Undefeated.
Try her, ho. She
I'm
said
not
it.
trying her.
I'm not gonna try her.
I don't even know what that means.
Don't try her.
Try her.
Don't find out. Have you followed up on like social media to see if what she's doing?
No.
Probably about 8 to 10.
Do you remember her name?
No, I'm trying to think of what her name was. I think it was Jenny. I think that was her name.
Jenny?
Yeah. She was a Hispanic girl. Jenny Fed.
Jenny.
But she wasn't a cheerleader then.
No, she wasn't a
Okay.
cheerleader.
Yeah.
Oh, so she was a Hispanic girl?
She was a Hispanic girl, yeah.
Okay, so then she probably thought, who is this new girl coming in here, trying to be the new Hispanic girl
Yeah.
up in my territory?
Up in mine.
I'm the
yeah.
Hispanic girl here.
Yeah.
Girl, please.
Have you come close to being in a fight since?
Yeah.
How close?
Very close. At the club one time, this girl, wasn't even drunk yet, had just gotten there, and I was at the bar trying to get a drink, and this girl came by and she pushed me and she was like, "Excuse you," and I turned around, I was like, you just pushed me. And she was like, "Oh," just started yelling at me or whatever. I can't even remember what her friend said. And so I turned around and I looked at her, I was like, "What do you want to do? What do you want to do?" And her friends were holding her back. She was with these guys and they're like, "Just ignore her, she's drunk, she's drunk." And there was I just remembered.
Well, but I was going to say, what about the older woman that your ex guy started messing with?
Yeah, she wasn't gonna swing though. She wasn't gonna do anything.
She wasn't going to take that ass.
She wasn't gonna do anything. I was gonna whoop her ass. She's too old.
But still, it counts as almost getting in a fight.
Yeah. And then this story is horrible. This is like my worst moment in my entire life. I went to a bar and I had been hooking up with this guy at the time. And we weren't
just having meaningless relations.
Yeah, we weren't dating.
At the bar?
But
So
I
that's
really
where-
liked him, but he
Okay.
wasn't he
Into
he
you.
wasn't
All right.
he didn't want to date.
Yeah.
And he was, doing whatever with other people, I guess. So I go to this bar, which he knew that I was going to be at, and I knew he was going to be there. And he comes in through the bar, and I had been drinking already, and I see him with another girl, and she has her arms around him. And I got so angry, and I'm like already drunk. So I'm like just watching them, and he comes up to me, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" and gives me a hug, and he's like, "You my homie, right?" And
Oh no.
so I was like, okay. So I kept drinking. And then I don't really remember much of this, but I remember that they were outside and I go out there and she was with her friends and I was like, oh, it's so horrible. I was like, and this is in front of a group of people and I'm like, you can tell your friend that I've been hooking up with him. Like, and I'm yelling this at a bar with tons of people. And it was the most embarrassing thing. Like the next day I woke up and I remembered it and I just wanted to die.
Well, those steeplechase events can get out of hand sometimes.
They really can.
Oh, so horrible. And she was about to fight me too. And one of my friends pulled me away because he was like, "You're too drunk. Like you're gonna get your ass beat."
You're gonna get your ass beat, Holmes.
You're just out there yelling.
I was
around. You
yelling
hooked up with him?
like trash. Ugh, it was horrible.
But you know what? That is something that you have in common with mine and my wife's relationship. When we first started, we were actually had fallen in love already. Our magical experience had started, and I said to her, "You my homie, right?" And that just sealed the deal with her. You my homie, right?
my homie, right?
Oh my God. The language of love.
Don't be tripping.
She fell apart right after that.
She was like, "Oh my God, I gotta have him forever and ever."
How graphic were you in your description of what you had done with the guy?
I was being pretty graphic.
Really?
Yeah. And it was like a packed
talking
bar
about-
too. It wasn't even like it was like like a little
Wait.
bit of people. It was a packed
So
bar.
you were saying we've done this and he does this to me and I do this to him. You're not.
Not like I didn't go on a rant like that,
Yeah.
but I mentioned a few things. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
never mind. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say.
I mean, you showed her.
Yeah. People were driving home saying things like, and that trashy ass girl talking about what they did.
It was more petty. It was horrible.
Does he do this to you like he does me? That kind of stuff that you were saying?
No, it was like I was being mean. about being I'm not going to get into the graphic thing I said, but I was like her being the leftovers.
Okay, well, let's take a break so she can tell us what she said.
This is the Ace and TJ Show. More Share Funny next.
It's something we've talked about doing for a long time. This is where these things are headed. This is where the world is going. And the opportunity has presented itself because the technology is now ready. And with 5G, it makes it so easy for everybody to have everything everywhere.
We really look at our Charlotte audience as our family. You know, we've been on the radio in Charlotte for over 20 years now, and we just love that bond that radio has always had with the market. And Charlotte has been so good to us as far as the radio audience.
Beverage technology started, like many businesses, of realizing a need that was within the industry, that we are able to offer the full gamut of what's going to be needed to kind of almost have that full turnkey package. We have a full service team that goes along with our quality equipment, from our engineers who start the project and help design the equipment into our sanitary welders. Deutsche Beverage Technology is able to offer you the full service package to not only improve but implement your possible new project coming up.
Hey, it's Ace and TJ. You're watching this. So are a lot of other people. So why not advertise?
Yeah, if you got a business that you want to advertise, it's very easy. Just send us an email at acetj.com, acetj@acetj.com. Or I guess you could text us if you wanted to let us know you wanted to advertise with oh, look at this. They're already coming in. It's blowing up. So get in line right now. Get your spot. If you've got a business you want to advertise, let us know and we can help you out.
This is the Ace and T.
Well, I mean,
And we're back.
we've never had a completed project that didn't have some kind of glitch in it. Or was it a real glitch, or did y'all trip over some of those, those thousands of wires in the walkway there?
It could have been that.
Wires.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if OSHA and them come in here, they're gonna shut us down.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. All these wires stretched out all over the place.
I think I'm just going to get my CDL and you make $20 an hour doing that.
You gonna go drive trucks?
He wants to be eastbound and
You
down.
got road rage.
No,
I'm tired.
You'd like that, being out on the open road for days at a time. And
Hell yeah.
sleeping in a sleeper and
Hell yeah.
picking up some parking lot prostitutes.
Lot lizards.
Lot lizard, yes.
What are they called?
Lot lizards.
Lot lizards.
Like you ain't never been with a woman till you've been with one who's willing to satisfy you for a pecan log inside the Stuckies.
That is maybe the most depressing thing I've ever heard in my life. Willing to to satisfy you for a pecan log in a Stuckey's. Oh no!
I'll buy you a Journey cassette too.
Oh my God!
You need some sunglasses?
Yeah. That is so sad. Oh my God! Does somebody whose mom was a lot lizard or whatever you call them know that their mom was a lot lizard?
You would hope not,
right?
I mean, let's hope they don't know that.
And does a lot lizard would they admit that? Like I was a lot lizard.
I think
there for
it's
like 10
genetic.
years.
I think it's genetic. Yeah, I come from a long line of lot lizards.
That is so sad. She'll do anything.
Oh, ready to teach you the trade, baby.
I am
You
a
know
lot
what they
lizard,
are?
Your Honor.
They're very good at climbing, though. You would have to think, having to climb up into those big rigs all the time.
You got it.
It's like,
Oh my God!
climb like a squirrel. up
What's
in
the
there.
NASCAR version of the lot lizard?
Pit lizard?
Pit lizard. Yeah.
But the difference being,
I thought there was alliteration in there for some reason. I was trying to think like
pit prostitute.
pit passer or whatever.
But are they actually in the pits down there? You know, propositioning drivers
They
and,
can be,
and
yeah,
everything.
quite often.
All right.
Yes.
Because that's the deal with the lot lizard. It's dangerous too. I mean, they got to know when to cross. Like trying to walk across a tarmac. You know, those trucks are going all different directions, and they're just trying to get from one to the other to see who's dating.
Who's dating? So one is more of a prostitute.
Yeah. A pit lizard is usually just a groupie.
Yeah.
Or somebody looking to attach themselves to a rich NASCAR person.
A lot lizard's a prostitute. Yeah. She's just going truck to truck trying to make some cash.
And, make some cash, possibly. Like I said, get a pecan log.
Get a ride to the next town, whatever.
Hey, man, I would do some sexual things to get some convenience store or truck stop treats.
Sure.
You know, I love the convenience store food.
Oh, what you gonna do for a honey bun?
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
You don't want to know.
I turn myself inside out. If somebody's gonna get me 2 honey buns,
I would turn myself inside out.
Jumbo iced honey buns, fresh ones too. None of them that's already kind of crusty. I want them good, soft honey bun. Jumbo iced, not glazed, iced. Jumbo. Yeah, I would embarrass my family. I know that.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what I would do for some free honey buns, but it wouldn't be dignified.
Yeah.
I love honey buns. Is what I'm trying
The
to say.
point here is that TJ would do
We get it.
almost anything for a honey bun.
All right, so Riggins, what's sadder for you? The lot lizard just going from big rig to big rig, looking to make a little money, or an actual streetwalker in a bad part of a big city?
It's a good question. I'm glad you asked that. Which one is sadder? Probably the lot lizard, because her life exists in a parking lot. A streetwalker goes around town, goes to the upscale parts certain days, she kind of knows this, but I don't know.
I don't think
Are
so.
lot
I'm
lizards
talking about-
controlled by pimps?
I don't think so.
That's got to suck.
I don't think, but it's stereotypically no. But I don't think streetwalkers spending a lot of time in the upper part of town, upper crust part of town.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, usually you see the guy that the rich guy that gets in trouble because he's outside the nice part of town. He's on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, he's soliciting.
Yeah, he is soliciting, sir.
Okay.
By the way, Danny just DM'd us and said, "What do you call a lot lizard with a mattress on her back?" Owner operator. She goes, "That's a truck joke." That's a good one.
But I've never seen a hot one.
Never.
No. They're just, you don't look nothing like damn Cindy Crawford.
But sometimes, I mean, you can see, like on documentaries and things, because I mean, I don't really go places where there are a lot of street walkers either, but on documentaries and all, you can see when they're interviewing them or whatever, you can say, okay, well, she has potential, to be pretty if she were, taken in and shown the way. but I've never seen that with a lot lizard. They're usually just strict, like a street walker is trying to get money to live on, in addition to drug money sometimes and all that. But a lot lizard seems like they're always just looking for drug money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they live close by.
Are lot lizards always prostitutes? I thought they were also just looking like ladies looking for truckers.
What do you mean, like
Just for
like,
fun?
like
Yeah, just
gold
for fun.
diggers?
Yeah, no, not. I mean, just to have some fun.
Just
with
like they're bored and they're like, oh, let's go see what I get into
Let's see
tonight.
how many truckers I can sleep with in a day for fun.
For free?
I thought they were just really into truckers.
Nothing turns me on more than the smell of diesel fuel.
Wow.
3, not at the same time, but in the same day.
Ew.
In the same parking lot.
Girl, get it together.
And then sometimes they're hitchhikers, though. They're looking to go, they'll get in the truck with some guy and do the thing or whatnot. And sometimes they don't. So a lot of times, I'm not saying that every trucker out there is engaging in this behavior. I'm not saying that. But sometimes they will just give them a ride to wherever they're going. Because they're,
But if they give him a ride, is it expected to give something in return?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Guys are just nice
A lot
guys.
of times, truckers will just, they'll give other people a ride too. Yeah, I mean, I remember one time the country singing legend Ronnie Millsap got a ride with a trucker because he was trying to get back to his girlfriend.
He didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to do anything.
I don't think so.
Anybody that rides in my car, I expect them to do something.
Like, hey,
Give me
it's
some
not
gas.
free.
Well,
Okay.
considering Ronnie Millsap's blind, I'm sure he wasn't expecting him to share the driver.
I got bad news for you, Ronnie.
You gotta do something.
Yeah, you're going to have to do a few things.
Yeah, something.
He's like, I'm blind. He's like, well, good for you.
Yeah, that's probably best you don't see what you're going to have to do.
The song is called Smoky Mountain Rain. So he's out in the rain and the trucker picks him up. He's trying to get back to that Smoky Mountain Rain. The beautiful, I guess,
Smoky Mountain Rain.
love of his life.
That's terrifying.
That's a song, though, that says instead of saying I had a change of plans, it says I had a change of dreams. So my dream was to go do this and this, but I realized that you are the dream that I seek. And so I had a change of dreams. Now I'm headed back home.
Yeah, he didn't realize it, though, until he got away from her, right?
Right.
Then realized,
Yeah.
damn, I got to get back.
He's like, look, we made it all the way back to Alabama, right where you went. He's in like Michigan. Your house is right down the street. Just keep walking. This doesn't feel like it's freezing.
Why is it cold?
Yeah. Hitchhiking is scary enough. Hitchhiking while you're blind has got to be 10 times scary. Oh my God. That's crazy.
Yeah. It was just in the song.
Oh.
He didn't really. And I don't think in his songs he's blind. I don't think he's blind in the songs.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird.
You ever wonder about that? Musicians that are blind, they write songs from their perspective. You never hear him say, like he says in some of his songs, is like you're beautiful. That smile that I see, or
really?
Look at me. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I never thought of that before.
I wonder if Stevie Wonder does that. I'm trying to think.
No, because songs like, isn't she
Isn't she lovely? How would you know, Stevie? Right? That's kind of weird.
Sounds kind of mean the way you say it, though, Rickens.
But it's true.
Well, he did do that one song, that famous one called Fingertips.
Yeah,
Because
fingertips.
that's why he was using his fingertips to tell everything.
That's true.
I guess that's what that song is.
And then
about.
there's that rumor he's not even blind.
What?
Somebody said they
Like
saw
he's
him
faking it?
It was either Shaq or Charles Barkley said they saw him pulling up to their house and he was driving and then backed the car out.
I think he's legally blind. Like he can see some shapes, but everything is very, very blurry.
But he's driving?
He's only.
He said he was
does that
driving.
as a
Yeah,
joke.
they
though.
probably that's probably a
jokes
setup,
around
either a
about it.
setup deal or a joke.
That's the
though.
biggest finesse ever. Yeah.
You just see Stevie driving. You're like, what?
Wait a minute, Stevie.
Hold up. That's wild.
How do he know where to go? Well, his fingertips. All right, so we got the 1-star strip club reviews. I guess they're ready.
Yeah.
You're prepared, Riggins.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do that next.
What is Ace and TJ? This is the Ace and TJ Show. More Share Funny next.
Beverage technology started, like many businesses, of realizing a need that was within the industry, that we are able to offer the full gamut of what's going to be needed to kind of almost have that full turnkey package. We have a full service team that goes along with our quality equipment. From our engineers who start the project and help design the equipment into our sanitary welders. Deutsche Beverage Technology is able to offer you the full service package to not only improve but implement your possible new project coming up.
Josh's Farmers Market here in Mooresville, North Carolina, has been a part of our lives for many, many years, way before we started working with them on the TJ and Jody's podcast. We're about to try the Granny's Old-Fashioned Donuts. I'm actually weak in my knees.
They have mums!
They're really good people as well. It's a family-run operation, and they're good, honest,
Just reads as a
down-home
promo.
people.
Right.
I tell you, Ma, this is what we need right here.
I know.
We put this out on the front porch and just watch the cars go by and throw our hands up at them, even though we don't know who they are. We thank them so much for being part of TJ and Jody's house and the Ace and TJ 5G.
So we want to make the home buying process an enjoyable experience.
Curtis, myself, and our entire team are here to help connect you with the best builders and realtors in the area, so you can find the perfect home to make memories in.
Contact us when you're ready to see how we can help.
Hey, it's Ace and TJ. You're watching this. So are a lot of other people. So why not advertise?
Yeah, if you got a business that you want to advertise, it's very easy. Just send us an email at acetj.com, acetj@acetj.com. Or I guess you could text us if you wanted to let us know you wanted to advertise with oh, look at this. They're already coming in. It's blowing up. So get in line right now. Get your spot. If you've got a business you want to advertise, let us know and we can help you out. Hey, listen up, ladies. We've got the perfect gift you should give the important man in your life. It's called Manscaped, because it's not enough for your guys down there region to be smooth. He needs to achieve the smooth without nicks and cuts. So just go to manscaped.com, pick out any gift, use the code ACETJ, and get 20% off plus free shipping. He's going to appreciate it more than you can even imagine. Manscaped.com, use code ACETJ for 20% off and free shipping. Manscaped.com.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
All right.
I had to get. I wasn't on when I asked that question, Rick. It's fine.
Okay.
I knew what I was doing.
Hello.
Hey.
Nobody needed to hear my question.
Testes.
Testing. Give me 1 second.
Oh, because you're not prepared.
Yeah, no, I'm good now.
I'll tell everybody what we're talking about now, just because I don't want to think bad things about me. I was trying to figure out what movie Jamie Lee Curtis looked so incredibly hot in, and it was True Lies, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. She's in Halloween Kills, which I'm going to see this afternoon. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that was what it was. It wasn't really that bad.
Yeah.
So, Riggins, 1-star strip club reviews.
Yes. We do this every Thursday.
Mm-hmm. And is you're still finding material, even though you say you're running out of strip clubs in the country. So
it just takes longer to find it.
Yeah. All right. So we need a renewable source.
We need renewable stuff.
Renewable strip club reviews.
I even tried UK strip clubs, and I was like, I wonder if I do it in like the British accent, would that be fun? And I was like, probably not.
I'd like you to try it though. That would be fun.
I tried a couple, but we'll see.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly.
They just charge too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do them if they suck.
Right. I don't
have time for that.
We go across the country. I look for real 1-star strip club reviews in places all over this great country. I have changed the names of some of these people, but they often leave their full name to the review. And some I didn't change the name, and I don't remember which one, so I don't know. But you can go verify. These are all real. But we will start at Babe's Strip Club in Atala, Alabama. Atala?
Yeah, Atola, I think maybe. I don't know.
Jordan left a 1-star review, very short and to the point. He said, all I got to say is this isn't where the high-class women dance. 1 star.
As opposed to all the other places.
Exactly.
They have nothing but high-class women.
There's no high-class women there at Babes. Come on now. Then we can go to Denison, Iowa at a place called Bookham Dano.
Ooh.
Seems to be an out-of-date reference a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
But is that new Hawaii 5-0? No, that's not it. No, that's from what is
Yeah, Hawaii 5-0.
Yeah, it's still on.
Is it?
Isn't it? I mean,
I have no idea. Not. I don't watch a lot of TV.
Mike left a 1-star review. He said 3 dancers in the whole place. One never left her seat or the video poker game she was playing, which I love. I can just picture it. One was rude to the customers and stared at herself in the mirror for 4 songs. And the third was grinding on a guy in sweatpants while puffing an e-cig like it was her last. So she's grinding and just chiefing on a e-cig like it's her last.
Was she the one in the sweatpants, or was the guy in the sweatpants?
I think the guy was in the sweatpants. It would be even better if she was in sweatpants. Just, all right, $20. They have condoms for sale in the men's room, so greasy stuff probably happens in the back. However, I would poop again on the 18-inch elevated shrine of a toilet, complete with velvety curtains for your modesty, but still 1 star.
I would poop again there. That was a pleasurable experience.
You poop at a strip club? Like
that is disgusting.
Monster. That's the worst. I thought pooping on an airplane might be the worst thing, but I think pooping at a strip club in Denison, Iowa might be like just kill yourself. I mean, it doesn't get much worse than that.
All right, don't give away my table. I'll be right back. I may be gone a few minutes, but I ain't left.
Oh my gosh. Then we can go to Visions Men's Club in New Orleans, Louisiana. John left a short 1-star review. Disgusting. Ugly women who push you to tip even when you aren't even paying attention to them. The New Orleans hustle. It never ends in this dump of a city. A little jaded. Then we can go up to Charlotte, North Carolina. The Crazy Horse Show Club. Andrew left a 1-star review. I forgot to change his name. That was actually. I'm just realizing. I was like, this sounds right.
I mean, he put it out there.
He put it out there. What's the problem? Yeah. This was a terrible place. Everybody had an attitude, and all the ladies were on the plus side. Not making fun of anybody, but I wanted to get a lap dance to enjoy and not get crushed. Okay, got it. And then another one from Crazy Horse Dave left a 1-star review. This place is gross. The stage is made of wood.
I've been there.
Oh, do you know about this?
Yeah.
My friend and I literally watched this girl lay on her back, flip her legs over her face like in that yoga position, and then she just hovered there for like 15 minutes. Which must have been really weird to see.
Yeah, was she stuck?
Just hovering there for 15 minutes. And do not get the food here. It's disgusting, and the champagne room here is a joke. Bye.
But he still went to the champagne room.
Yeah, I guess.
There.
Yeah, he ordered food like he had the works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the champagne room is a joke. But, sir, you would have already realized all of these other things were bad, yet you still went to the champagne room.
Yeah.
And now you're upset about it.
And I'm intrigued by the move. She's got her legs over her face, and she just hovers there for 15 minutes. I'd kind of like to see that. What does that look like? I'm picturing that.
Maybe that's what he was looking for in the champagne room.
Maybe.
You've been there, Alexis?
I have.
Did you eat there?
No.
Okay.
I maybe was in there for like 30 minutes max.
The stage was made of wood.
I don't remember that part, but I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gross in there.
Then we can go to Jackson, Mississippi. This is a bit of a cocky review from a place called Danny's downtown. William, a bit full of himself.
Hey.
Todd,
Will said, every time I go to this place, the dancers are annoying as hell. If I invite you to my table, then I invite you. Don't walk up and play the intimidation game with me. You will lose that in a heartbeat. Doubt I'll ever be back if the employees are annoying as hell.
Hate a pushy stripper.
I guess.
A hard-selling stripper.
Jeez Whiz. Sorry, bud. Then we can go down to Miami, Florida, at a place called the Booby Trap on the River.
Good name.
Yeah.
It's just too much, isn't it?
Well, but I'm guessing, though, that they have the booby trap downtown.
Okay.
Booby trap on the lake.
Yeah.
Right. This is the Booby Trap on the River. Dave left a 1-star review. This effing stripper had the audacity to tell me to come over to her, and I did. As I'm walking over, she's doing that little hand signal with her fingers, asking me if I had money. So I pulled out a couple of dollars, $30 maybe, something like that. I give her a little turnaround to grab some ass, and she slaps the shit out of my hand and grabs the money. I went ahead and got out of there pretty quickly. She was beautiful, though.
Yeah. You got out of there pretty quickly because they threw you out.
They were about to whoop some ass.
Yeah,
But is that automatic? Like, you give her some money, and like you immediately turn her around and like try to grab her butt?
I would think that would be a violation of rule number 1, that you don't touch the stripper.
Don't touch them. But
I'm turning them around and stuff either.
Yeah,
like, what?
I just picture him like grabbing her shoulder and like spinning her around, trying to.
Yeah, I gave you $30. I need a handful of ass.
Yeah, I guess so. That's what he's
What
thinking.
an idiot.
Yeah, there are 2 no-touch rules that everybody needs to know in our society. Don't touch the strippers, and don't touch the cards when you're playing blackjack.
Exactly.
You will get reprimanded in a heartbeat for either one of those.
She's like, I beg your pardon. This is the Booby Trap on the River. You don't just come in here acting like a slob.
Now you can take that shit down to the booby trap, on the golf course.
Yeah, right.
Not the one on the river.
Right. Then we can wrap up in Fort Dodge, Iowa, at a place called the Top Hat Lounge. Joe left a 1-star review. I wasted $20 on a lap dance that wasn't worth a butt lick. I felt like I was in a prison of fat girls, and they couldn't shake anything but the ground. One of the girls walked up and offered a dance. Next thing I knew, I was stuck in the Grand Canyon of butt crack. 1 star.
Couldn't shake anything but the
ground.
ground.
That's hilarious.
It's Fort Dodge, Iowa. I mean, you take what you can get, bud.
Yeah, are you expecting,
That's the thing that kills me is that so many of the reviews will say, I mean, there's like some 8s and a couple of 10s here, but most of them are just average. It's like, well, you're in Iowa.
Yeah.
There aren't 10s walking down the sidewalk.
You're not in Atlanta, Dallas, L.A.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you're in you're even in the smallest town, like a small Iowa town, Fort Dodge.
Yeah,
Iowa.
right.
Even if
grateful.
you're in Iowa City, I'm not expecting it to be just to do. It's incredible.
No. Miss Fort Dodge, Iowa isn't even that hot. So what are you thinking? But those are the 1-star strip club reviews.
Excellent.
Yeah, those are good.
All right. So thank you very much for joining us for today's edition of Share Funny.